Child, let me get my... Nobody ever talks about how much work it is to actually sit here and do content. Like, initially, when I was doing this, I was making sure my hair was together, my makeup was together. Baby, TT ain't got time for that. Nah, we don't got time for that no more. So you guys are gonna get the information raw. I would rather get like content out regularly and like consistently than to be inconsistent, but like making sure my hair and my makeup and I'm like looking good. We're not doing that. Okay, sisters and nieces, welcome back. This is the second installment of our World Breastfeeding Month information sessions, I guess is what I'm gonna call it today. Today we're gonna be talking about how much milk does your body actually, or I'm sorry, how much milk does your baby actually need? Okay. First thing I want to discuss is the newborn tummy sizes. So a lot of parents don't really know what to expect. I know when I was coming up and I was seeing people offering bottles to their babies, they would have like 8 ounces in a bottle and be giving that to the baby. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, like, your baby is never gonna need 8 ounces of breast milk, period. Your breast milk changes to accommodate your growing baby. So whatever your baby needs, your body will produce it for the baby. So you'll never need more than like 5 ounces at a time for your baby. First things first. So on day 1, your baby's tummy is like really, really small. Let me go get my tools so I can show you actually how small your baby's tummy is. One sec. Okay, I'm back. So on day 1, this is literally the size of your baby's tummy. It is the size of a cherry. And then it's important to keep in mind, your baby's literally born full. They've been eating off the placenta for 9 months. And so that first day of breastfeeding, they just need those tiny, tiny little drops of colostrum that you have. And your colostrum is so thick and concentrated, full of vitamins and nutrients. A little goes a really long way for your baby. So on day 1, your baby needs drops of colostrum up to like 5 mils. That's it. 5 milliliters is equivalent to a teaspoon. You know, it's a tiny little bit. Let me go get a teaspoon. Let me go get my measuring cups. 1 second. I am not prepared today, y'all. My bad. So, day 1, your baby can literally take just tiny little drops at a time, up to 5 milliliters, which is equivalent to a teaspoon. We're talking about this much. Just that tiny little bit. If your baby is struggling to latch on the first day, you can hand express this milk into a cup or spoon, and you can cup or spoon feed your baby. We'll talk about alternative feeding methods in another video, but I just want to demonstrate how much milk your baby actually needs on day 1, and it's literally like this tiny little bit. And if you're at home, go grab a tablespoon and look at it so you can see for yourself on day 1 how much milk your baby actually needs per feeding. But your colostrum, those thick drops of your colostrum, is enough for your baby on day 1. Okay. On day 2, your baby's going to be taking anywhere from 5 to 15 milliliters per feeding. And usually, if you've been breastfeeding on demand, your body is able to keep up with this, with what is being requested. So 5 to 15 milliliters, we're talking about a teaspoon up to like a tablespoon. This is our tablespoon. So your baby is just kind of increasing by just a bit. Go grab a measuring cup so you can see. At the most on day 2, your baby is gonna need up to 1 tablespoon. 15 mils at the most. This is 15. It's a small amount. So just keep that in mind if you're worried in the early days that you're not producing enough milk for your baby. On day 3, this is the size of your baby's tummy. So this is like the size of a walnut. And in comparison to day 1, let me see. In comparison to day 1, that's the difference. So your baby's tummy grows quite a bit between those 2 days. But that consistent nursing is also teaching your body how much milk to make for the baby. So now on day 3, your baby's taking anywhere between 15 mils, so a half an ounce, to an ounce. And this is just 30 mils, so 1 ounce. Day 3 is usually when you notice your milk start to transition into your engorgement phase, and your breasts start to fill up with milk. They get really firm and full. People feel like they have a bunch of milk all at once. Sometimes it doesn't come out as easily. Some of this is swelling. But usually by day 3, if you've been breastfeeding on demand with your baby, you're gonna notice, you'll be able to meet your baby's needs if your baby needs an ounce. Always keep in mind, even when you're pumping, your body can get that, or your baby can get that milk out better than the pump usually. So even if you are pumping and you're not collecting an ounce of milk, it's okay. It doesn't mean that you don't have that available for your baby. I just want to put that out there. Pumping is suction only. Hand expression is compression only. Your baby does suction and compression at the same time. So they're able to get it out much better than the pump can. On day 4, your baby's intake gradually increases. So your baby's taking anywhere from 30 to 45 mils per feeding, which is about 1 ounce to 1.5 ounces per feeding on day 4. Day 5 to 7, and this, I'm just not showing you like what the tablespoons and the teaspoons and stuff look like for this one, because once we start talking about ounces, you get a much better idea about how much milk that is, especially if you just have a bottle at home and you can see where the ounce line is at. That'll be a good enough visual for you. So on day 4, your baby's taking anywhere from 1 to 1.5 ounces per feeding. Breasts are engorged. You usually will have the milk at that time. Breastfeeding can get it out better than the pump can. Between day 5 and 7, your milk should be in by now. So your engorgement usually will take place between day 3 and day 5. So usually between day 5 and day 7, your baby's requiring 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces per feeding. Anywhere in between there is totally fine. So that's 45 mils to 60 mils per feeding. Between week 2 and week 3, your baby's taking anywhere from 60 to 90 mils. We are talking about 2 to 3 ounces at this point. And then between like month 1 through 6 and beyond, your baby's pretty much taking 3 to 5 ounces for the remainder of your breastfeeding experience. So I'm saying that to say your baby's never going to need more than 5 ounces per feeding. After 6 months, your baby usually starts to eat solids, so you kind of balance out in that place. When I was breastfeeding my babies, I never produced more than 4 ounces after my initial engorgement phase. So once my baby regulated my supply, I went from pumping like 10 ounces every single time down to 4 total. And once my sons regulated my milk supply, I never pumped out more than 4 ounces at a time. Sometimes it would be 1 over here, 3 over here, 2 over here, 2 over here. It didn't matter, but the amount was different every time, but it was never more than 4. And that was enough for my babies. I never had to supplement them or give them any extra milk or anything like that. So I just want you to have realistic expectations on your milk during the first few days, especially in regards to your milk supply. And just for the sake of a visual, this is the size of your baby's tummy at 10 days. So at this time, they're usually taking about 60 mils, about 2 ounces. So they can hold much more. So day 1 to day 10, it is quite the difference. If we're looking at day 1, day 3, and day 10, your baby's tummy is growing a lot during this time. So breastfeed on demand, because the more you breastfeed your baby, the more that your milk will be able to match what your baby's intake actually is. So breastfeed, breastfeed, breastfeed. Let your baby regulate your supply. Okay, cool. So now we know how much milk your baby technically needs in the first 6 months. We know how much milk you should be producing for your baby in order to satisfy your baby's needs. Okay. I think that's all I got for y'all. I did good today because I made it like super quick. So look at me. If you have any questions, please drop them down below in the comment section. I'm answering all the questions. If you have ideas for a lactation video or, you know, advice that you need or anything at all, please let me know. I will upload that next. Yeah. I hope this was helpful, guys. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Bye.